These cupcakes are way more important to your MSP than you probably think. Now, before you're like, Harrison, we're a tech firm. We're an MSP. We help people with their computer problems. Why are you holding up cupcakes? Well, I'm going to explain that in today's video, but these cupcakes are literally the most important thing possible to help you create more sales, get more of our movie theater money here. Totally fake, but hey, it looks cool. And grow your MSP business. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com, and we help MSPs with sales training and marketing. Before I get into today's video and explain why these delicious tasting cupcakes, or looking cupcakes, I should say, are so crazy important, I do have to mention two quick things, as always. Number one, masterclass, as always, down in the links below. Number two, join the Discord, growth-generators.com/Discord. There's always a link down below. And 2.5, there's a bunch of super helpful links down below. So let's talk about these cupcakes, because you're probably wondering, Harrison, why did you bring cupcakes and why would I spend money on cupcakes for a YouTube video? Yes, they look delicious, but they're actually really, really important. And I'm going to explain the story behind these cupcakes and how they relate directly to your MSP. So many of you guys already know I have a fiance. We are in the process of getting married, and we are looking at wedding cakes. Well, we found somebody local that does wedding cakes. And you obviously don't want to commit to spending cold hard cash and your money to a company until you get to kind of try some of those services. But you don't want to give something away for free, because that might cost you money or cost you time. It's not always the worst idea in the world, but in this case, we're looking to get a wedding cake, and we want to taste and make sure that that wedding cake is the right fit for us and we like it, so that way all of our guests ultimately like it. Right? I'm sure we've all been to events. Heck, if you don't like cake, that's okay. I'm sure that there's been some kind of dessert that you don't like. Regardless, the important part of these cupcakes is we found somebody and she said you could try all of these different flavors. Now, if you could see, you might not be able to see. We have almond, I think this is red velvet, raspberry, coconut, vanilla, the whole gamut. And she sold this to us for a massively reduced price. I think this whole thing was like 10 or 20 bucks for 12 cupcakes. Which you might be thinking, Harrison, what on earth does cupcake cost actually have to do with my MSP? The reason being is this is what I would consider some kind of loss leader or a monkey paw, or basically your olive branch or your lead magnet to get people to want to do business with you. The cool part about these cupcakes is the fact that we now get to spend a fraction of what a wedding cake would cost to taste and try out all of these different flavors. It's a way for us to get in the door, and it's a way for the person that sold us these specific cupcakes to build their business. You want to try it sometimes before you actually buy it, and these cupcakes are the best example for it. So how does this actually relate to your business? Well, some of you have probably already started to put the pieces together, but when we're in the MSP mentality, we have to think about a couple different things. A client is going to pay us this, but while yes, they're giving us this, they're giving us much more than just money. They're giving us trust, and they want to see that us as MSPs can deliver on that trust and deliver what we say that we're going to deliver. These cupcakes are the best metaphor for thinking about a way that you can provide some level of either service or some level of service or some level, I said service twice, I'm sorry, or something that you could give as a way to figure out if that customer wants to work with you. Now, I've spoken in the past about this, but you can use a dark web scan. You can create worksheets, checkbooks. You could even create some kind of book that has, and I'm looking here for a book. You could create some kind of ebook that you could give to your customer that says, hey, this is what it's like to work with us. This is our onboarding process. This is how we do our onboarding process, and have them go through page by page to go through this entire process that ultimately allows them to get a really good sense or a really good idea of what it's going to be like to work with your company. Because currently, most MSPs only have two things that they could really rely on. One, the promise that they're going to do something correctly, but two, testimonials and third-party stories, which are super powerful. But most MSPs just stop there. They don't persistently go forward and think about other, in this case, cupcakes, that they can offer to potential clients to have them sample something with a little bit of maybe money before they fully commit to giving you the fat stacks that we want every single month, month after month, and year after year. So when you're going through this process, and maybe it's today, and maybe it's next week, or maybe it's something that you develop with your team that you can come up with and say, hey, what do you think our clients would absolutely love from us? What does that look like? What are the big questions that our potential clients and clients are asking us all of the time? It could be something as simple as explaining how a computer works and how a network works so the business owner can fully understand, or where data gets backed up. It's providing that little bit of value. These cupcakes, the business owner probably spent way more time than the $10 or $20 worth of material and time to get us these cupcakes. More than likely, that business owner took a loss, but she's letting us try all of these flavors in the hopes that we come back and spend tons of money with her. Your clients want to do the same. Now, not all clients are going to be like this, but this is a massive, massive value add for your clients, and it builds trust. And that's why people ultimately buy from us and feel comfortable giving us their money-making machine. Their business, more often than not, pays for their livelihood, pays for their kids' schools, pays for the kids' clothing, pays for the dinner, pays for the food that goes on their plates, pays for the car that lets them get to work, pays for their entertainment to create memories with their family members. I think as MSPs, we really lose sight of what a business actually gives us. And by offering something, in this case, a sweet treat, to make it that deal and get us a little bit more comfortable with giving tons of money, but that trust of that business, the money that's involved, is really, really, really important. We take that completely for granted. We definitely lose sight. We have the blinders on. We say, hey, we need to look for new deals. We need to focus on new clients. We need to do all of these steps to get the business growing and all of that. And we forget how to provide more value to our potential prospects and our current customers. But in most cases, MSPs that are struggling, a very easy way is come up with a new cupcake. Your new cupcake might cost you a little bit of money, but think about what would be really, really valuable to your customer. It doesn't have to be that crazy. There are plenty of things that you can do that would add massive value to a potential prospect. It could be something as simple as this book, or it could be something as detailed or in depth as a dark web scan that might cost you money, depending on what system you're actually using. There's so many cool ways, options, opportunities. Maybe you work specifically in one niche. Create a book specifically for that niche. Call it the tech guide for dentists, the tech guide for manufacturing companies, whatever it actually is. Educate them. Why certain things? Go through, learn the actual industry. If you're working in the law firms, or better yet, I'll just use car dealerships. Hey, we talk about Dealer Socket, we talk about Dealer Track, we talk about Reynolds and Reynolds, and go through the entire list. That way, when they actually think about working potentially with your company, they get to thumb through and say, oh, they know this software that we use. Not only do they know the software, they mentioned that they have connections at the company. They have certifications at the company. They have a whole team of specialists. They've dealt with customer reviews, how it all works. All of a sudden, they're going through this book and they're building up confidence in your business to be able to execute on what they really want. It makes the trade of this money from their hand over to your hand so much easier. Movie prop money. Don't forget that. It's all fake. Everything on the internet's fake. That's, if you can figure out what is going to work for your MSP, you are going to be able to print this over and over and over again, time and time again. And your clients are not only going to love you, they are going to be loyal to you. You never have to worry about another MSP coming in, stealing your clients. You never have to worry about your existing clients looking for more MSPs or trying to interview other MSPs to get a deal, because you're the only one with the book, with all of the secret sauce of how you do it, why you do it, and you're giving it away for free or maybe super, super cheap. We all know wedding cakes are not cheap, but these are pennies on the dollar for the customer value that we actually get to see what it's actually like. What is it going to be like? Does it come up to our standards? Are they uniform? Does it look good? All of these questions go through our mind as a business owner when we're ready to spend money. And the more confident we feel, the better off it's going to be. So get creative. Think about what you could actually offer. Think about what provides the most value to your target customer, what you can go through, and then deliver on it, and deliver at a 10x level. You will have customers that are beyond happy to work with you, and they will not fight you on price or billing or anything like that because they know that you're an expert. There's always going to be pushback in certain areas. I'd be lying to say if it wasn't, but I tell you what, offering cupcakes makes everything a heck of a lot easier. Bonus tip, if you're a salesperson, find something. I used to deliver donuts. I was the donut guy. I walk into people's offices with the best donuts on Long Island, and I'd bring them in, and I'd bring in a fresh dozen donuts. Everybody loved these donuts. Even people that couldn't eat the donuts were like, these donuts look better than any other donut I could have. Get creative with it. Have a little fun with it. There's more than just cupcakes, donuts, and books that you can use to build trust with other people. I promise you. But you got to have a little fun with it, pump a little personality into it, and spend time. This is not something that you're going to do in the next 15 or 20 minutes. Invest the time in it once, and it'll pay off for the rest of your time owning an MSP. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales marketing. Visit us online, growth-generators.com. Check out the masterclass. Join the Discord. Show your dog the video. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, and notify. Love you guys as always. I'm going to go eat one of these, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. This is Harrison after the recording, but I figured you guys might want to know, and I didn't want to leave you on a cliffhanger. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're a real one. I think we're going to go with almond raspberry. Almond cake with raspberry filling. Bomb. It worked. She earned our business. Now you create something that can earn you business. I'll see you guys later. They were delicious.